Heard exclusively live on Magic. This is the UK Top 20 Rewind with Mark Wesley. Hi.
Well, normally at this time you'd be listening to the voice of Paul Burnett, but as he's away at the moment, I'm here and I'm Mark Wesley with the first of our two featured charts on this edition of the UK Top 20 Rewind. Shaun Tilley's going to be along here later with hits from September 1984, but firstly, let's get ready to relive the memories of November 1978. During the course of this hour, we'll come across a few songs that were dropping down, one or two that are going up, and we've also got 4 new entries to play you. And now's as good as any time to get into the first of those from Blondie.
UK Top 20 Rewind. New entry 20.
I'm in the phone book, it's the one across the hall.
We've been getting a load of emails from people who remember the good old days of Radio Luxembourg, which for many years was home for people like myself, Paul Burnett and Shaun Tilley. So if you're someone who looks back fondly at those times, it's good to talk to you again. I'm Mark Wesley with some of the songs I would have actually been playing you on 208 right then. Sweet Talking Woman from the Electric Light Orchestra was down 8 places to number 19. Boney M with Rasputin was also down 8 to number 17. And you'll hear it right after we play this from Alicia Bridges, straight into the November 1978 chart with I Love the Nightlife.
UK Top 20 Rewind. New entry 18.
Please don't talk about love tonight.
It's the UK Top 20 Rewind. And a reminder that Shaun Tilley's coming up in the next hour with the chart from September 1984. But right now, I'm here and I'm Mark Wesley with the songs that were making it big in November 1978. Teenage Kicks from the Undertones was up 2 places to number 15. And the Jacksons were down 5 to number 13 with Blame It on the Boogie. And I'll be playing it in just a moment after our third of the 4 newcomers on this chart. Part-Time Love from Elton John.
UK Top 20 Rewind. New entry 14.
There were 2 versions of Blame It on the Boogie floating around at this time. The one from British singer Mick Jackson, who's no relation. He'd just gone out of the top 20, but that effort from Michael and his brothers was by far the bigger of the 2. After climbing up as high as number 8, it was down 5 from that position to number 13. And here's another song that was huge in the discos during 1978 from Patrick Jouvet, that really talented guy from Switzerland who was straight into the charts with I Love America.
UK Top 20 Rewind. Highest new entry 12.
Memories of November 1978 with me, Mark Wesley, on the UK Top 20 Rewind. Patrick Jouvet with a follow-up single to the equally pleasing Got a Feeling. It's I Love America, which is the highest of our 4 new entries, coming in at number 12. Now, here's Sheila, Valerie and Faye. The 3 Degrees, with Giving Up, Giving In, climbing 3 places on this hour's featured countdown.
11.
Shaun Tilley's going to be here later with top 20 highlights from September 1984. But right now, though, I'm here and I'm Mark Wesley with a chart from November 1978. Instant Replay from the late Dan Hartman was up 9 places to number 9. You know, amazingly, it wasn't the highest climber of the week. That was, in fact, the record at number 4, which we'll get around to playing pretty soon. But firstly, I'll tell you that Darlin' from Frankie Miller was down 1 to number 7, and Showaddy Waddy were rising 4 to number 6 with Pretty Little Angel Eyes. Stand by to hear that. After MacArthur Park from Donna Summer, a song that was down 3 places.
8. The UK Top 20 Rewind on Magic.
Mark Wesley, 1978.
Classic hits on the UK Top 20 Rewind 5.
Stranded at the drive-in.
You heard John Travolta's solo single at number 5, and there's one from Olivia Newton-John coming up soon as well, but that's the song that Rod Stewart refuses to sing live these days because he's so ashamed of how vain he was when he originally performed it. His words, not mine. Do you think I'm sexy? This week's biggest climber, rising a massive 12 places to number 4, and eventually making it to number 1. I'm Mark Wesley with highlights of a vintage November 1978 chart on the UK Top 20 Rewind. And now we get into the top 3 singles of that particular week. And here's My Best Friend's Girl from The Cars, which is also heading in the right direction by jumping up 4 places.
3.
Hopelessly Devoted to You by Olivia Newton-John, climbing 2 places at number 2. And that's it from me. Thanks so much for listening to this part of the UK Top 20 Rewind. It really has been fantastic playing all those terrific songs for you again. And Shaun Tilley's all set to do it again. More great memories from September 1984 very soon. But before he does, we've got just enough time to play the biggest selling record from this hour's featured countdown. Now, this was the 5th of 9 consecutive top 20 singles that those Irish lads, the Boomtown Rats, enjoyed between 1977 and 1980. It's Rat Trap, still on top of the charts in November 1978. I'm Mark Wesley. See you again. Bye.
There was a lot of rocking going on that night.
This is the UK Top 20 Rewind with Shaun Tilley.
Thanks to Mark Wesley for doing such a fine job of our chart from November 1978. Some great memories in there. And now get ready for some more, this time around from September 1984. During this hour, another dose of what you've come to expect. If you're a regular listener to this show, you'll know what I mean. The usual winning formula of climbers, sliders, tunes standing still, plus those songs that were spending their first week on the countdown. And we have 4 of those on this chart, including If It Happens Again from UB40.
UK Top 20 Rewind. New entry 20.
It happens again, I'm leaving.
This song was inspired by Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, whose Conservative government was seeking to be re-elected at the time. It was also taken from the album Jeffrey Morgan, UB40, If It Happens Again, a new entry at number 20 in September 1984, with 3 more newcomers to play soon. A Flock of Seagulls were down 3 to number 18, and we'll get around to them after the 3rd and final British hit during this year for Break Machine. When breakdancing became the favourite teenage craze sweeping the country, here's Are You Ready, down 2 places.
19.
Londoner Stuart Goddard with a 4th of 5 solo top 20 hits he enjoyed between 1982 and 90. Adam Mann with Apollo 9 straight in at number 13. Each and every week on the UK Top 20 Rewind, we bring you 2 randomly selected charts with 2 different presenters. In our first hour this week, Mark Wesley played you the hits from November 1978. And in this hour, hello, I'm Shaun Tilley with the September 1984 countdown. Black Lace were dropping 8 places to number 12 with Agadoo. I know you want me to play it, but sadly, due to shortage of time, I'm afraid, I can't get around to that one. But what I can play you is this terrific single from Laura Branigan, which for the 2nd week was stuck in the same place.
11.
It's Self-Control, Ray Parker Jr. Ghostbusters up 1 place to number 2. The sequel provided Bobby Brown with a hit single 5 years later in 1989. And that's it for another edition of the UK Top 20 Rewind. Thanks very much for listening. This is Shaun Tilley on behalf of my co-host, who this week was Mark Wesley. We'll catch you next time on the show for another 2 classic countdowns randomly selected by our studio computer. Until then, here's the biggest selling song from this hour's featured chart. And just like Ray Parker Jr.'s single, this too was taken from a movie, The Woman in Red, starring Gene Wilder, which provided a massive hit for Stevland Judkins, better known as Stevie Wonder. Still on top of the September 1984 survey with I Just Called to Say I Love You. See you next time. Bye.
2 classic countdowns from the past on Magic's UK Top 20 Rewind.